Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south, I'll be spreading out.
What's going on, Credit Snipers? This is your boy Carlos Estrada Vega with the Credit Assassins. Guys, I'm so delighted that you guys are here today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to what I have to say. And as a matter of fact, this is one of those topics that everybody asks me about. Hey, how can I raise my score, or how can I fix my credit for free? Well, let me show you. Let me tell you what you can do for free, how you could definitely fix your score for free forever. And this is something that's going to take discipline, and it's going to take for you to be responsible with your time, with your finances, and the way that you deal with credit. But it can be done. Now, it is going to take time, like I said. So time is one of those things that not a lot of us have. And we all don't have time, let's put it that way. So you need to ask yourself, what's more important to you, time or money? It's entirely up to you. To me, time is more important. But guys, thank you once again. My name is Carlos Estrada. This is the Credit Assassins channel, where we teach you everything about credit. I want to make sure that you learn everything. You become essentially a sniper at credit. Essentially very dangerous to become the person in your family or in your life that could make the decisions and could change the narrative of your life and your family's life. Create that legacy or that wealth that you deserve, that we all want. But unfortunately, this is something that we didn't learn at school. No one taught us this. Mom, dad never taught us. And I'm there. I came from a family that the thinking about credit was, don't get credit. Credit is bad for you. Just work cash, work hard, pay for everything, live a comfortable, pretty much dime to dime type of life, or dollar to dollar type of life. And if you have anything to say, save it, pretty much put it under your mattress, which is one of the worst things. But anyway, that's my thinking today. That's what I've been able to accomplish. I want to make sure that I bring this to you, because after going through credit repair agencies and companies and not helping me at all, and the last thing that happened to me was a friend of a friend charged me $600 and took off of my money. You know what? It was it. I decided to take the initiative, learn what I wanted to learn, and create what we call now the best credit blueprint. I created a blueprint for myself, but I want to share with you guys today, because I notated every step of the way, and I want to make sure that I bring this to you, how I was able to accomplish it. I want to help you. And this content that we give in this channel is for you to, get as much information as you can. Let me help you in anything we can. But if you want something more advanced, that's where we come into place. And the best credit blueprint, we'll be able to help you. We'll be able to create that tailored blueprint for you. But guys, before I move forward, make sure that you guys go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Make sure that you click on the bell icon, click on all, so that you'll be notified every time that we post a new content. At the same time, guys, give me the thumbs up. That is going to help me out with the algorithms. YouTube algorithm is going to help us out a lot. Why? Because the more engagement we have with this channel, the better, or the more YouTube will present it to other people, thus helping more people out. And that's my goal. I want to help many of you with this free content. All right, guys, number one. So number one of the things you got to understand is this section is 35% of your whole credit score, is for you to make your payments on time. Now, in reality, a lot of people say, okay, don't get too many credit cards because they're going to affect your credit. Well, no, and a little bit of yes. And what I mean by a little bit of yes is, we'll talk more about inquiries, but the more inquiries, or the more that you inquire about a credit card, you'll get what's called a couple hard points or a hard pull on your credit. That's what's called an inquiry. So yes, the more inquiries you have, the more you are going to get, your score is gonna go down. But you could spread this out over time, and you can have as many or as much as credit cards as you want, and as much credit card as you can get approved. This is going to help you pretty much spread it out. your liability over time and increase in payments, and it's going to help you out. Not only that, it's going to help your credit utilization. That's going to be number two. It's going to create that spread of interest, not interest, but the spread of credit that you have available, and it's going to help you just in case you need to use credit, and it's not going to affect you as much. So the more you have, the better it is. So one thing, guys, so we did a survey of almost more than 50 millionaires and billionaires, and one of the main things that kept coming up was that they set up their bills on auto pay, meaning that they back their bills or credit cards every month by their checking account, and that checking account is backed by the savings account, so overdraft protection. So guys, if the wealthy, rich millionaires and billionaires are doing it, why can't we do it? Right? This is what a lot of us want to end up or strive to be: millionaires, rich, right? Guys, we need to start emulating the little things that the rich do. It's just simple things, but it's just the discipline of doing it every single day. And that's how people get the compound results that they're looking for. And in this case, it's wealth, in generational wealth, meaning that we could teach our kids. And we can break the chain of uneducated wealth and finances in our family. And that's something that I decide to do in my own. So my kids are actually learning now about finances. This is something that I want to make sure that they continue on. So remember, 35% of your credit is your payments. So make sure they are over sometime. Now number two is going to be 30% of your whole credit score. And this is utilization. That's what I was talking about. The more credit cards you have, the more it is. So let me give you an example. So let's just say that you have 5 credit cards, and the sum of the 5 credit cards give you $100,000. Today you go out and you take 5, 15, 20, and let's just say 5 more. So that comes out to 15 to 25, that's $50,000. So let's just say you use $50,000 out of the 100. That comes out to a 50% utilization. That's what I'm saying. Now, the goal for you, because anything over 30% start hurting your credit, and it start affecting your credit score and your ability to gain more credit. Now, if I tell you the golden place, or the perfect place for you to be when it comes down to utilization, it should be no more than 2% to 5%. A lot of people tell you pay them off. Yes, you could pay them off if you can, but if you have a rotation, a utilization that goes month to month, that's what a lot of creditors see. They don't want to see completely stagnant accounts, meaning that you paid them off, you have $10,000 in unemployment credit, but you have zero utilized of the $10,000. So they're gonna say, well, we're gonna give you credit. A lot of creditors do this because it has affected me, my ability when I first was learning about credit, for me to even gain more credit. So what I'm saying is, always keep it between 2%, keep it a 2% minimum. That's gonna create that resume that you show your credit rate. Look, I'm responsible and I can still keep doing, but I need more credit because, hey, whatever the case is, you want to fix your house, you want to do whatever the case is. Most of the times they don't ask you why you want credit, they just want to make sure that everything meets their criteria when it comes down to lending. So number three is going to be the age of your credit. So the age of your credit comes out to 15% of your whole total credit score. So the age of lending, or the age in this case, is the length of credit that you have when you combine all your credit cards. So let me give you an example. For conversation's sake, you have only one credit card, and then that credit card, you had it for 10 years. You had it in a good standing, you always paid them off, and let's say you follow the criteria, utilization between 2 to 5%, you're good. Great. And that's a Citibank. You go out and get a new credit card with Bank of America. Bank of America issues you a new credit card. Doesn't matter the amount of credit. We're talking about the age right now. That new credit, now you have 2 credit cards in 2022. That 10-year credit card and the other 2, now you take that 10-year, you divide it between those 2. Now the age of your credit just went down to 5. That's how credit age works. Now, it affects you on the long run once you start getting more and more credit. But in reality, it's only 15% of that, so it doesn't affect you the most. At the end, I'm going to give you a bonus, and I'm going to tell you how we combat this age and how you can help yourself by getting a specific thing that is going to help you to average out and gain more age. All right, so number 4. Number 4 is going to be the mix of your credit. So number 4 is only 10% of what your whole total credit score is. Now in this case, we have what's called your revolving accounts and your installment accounts. So your revolving accounts is anything like a line of credit or a credit card. Now your installment accounts is a car loan, you have a personal loan, or even a home loan or a boat loan, whatever loans you have, that's what installment loans. That means that they are installing, you have a set payment per month unless you get behind. And your revolving accounts is that they revolve every month, meaning that depending on what you pay, you might end up with a payment every month or not, but they are revolving accounts and you can even pay them off. But so these 2 things right here is the mix. One of the things that a lot of lenders like to see is the mix on all of the accounts, between car, between house, between credit cards. So you got to see if you're about to go get a new car. Yeah, for the most part, they like to see that. But let's just say you're going to get a new home and they don't see much mix of credit. They may ask many other different requirements from you, like taxes, like how you pay everything, where do you get your money from. So you got to take all these things in consideration. Now, great, it's great that it's only 10% of your credit score, but in the long run, it may affect your ability to gain your credit. So keep that in mind. As you grow in credit and as your credit grows a little bit older and you grow in age, always strive to actually start creating a more mix of credit between car loans to home loans and so on, because this is going to help the resume of your credit, and thus it's going to help you in the long run to get more credit. All right, guys, so lastly, number 5, talking about inquiries. Now, inquiries is something that it can affect you in the long run. It could even put a flag on your credit report, your credit score. And what I mean by that is too many inquiries at one will put a flag that will tell other creditors that, hey, look, this person's looking for so much credit. And that what translates to a lot of them is that you may be money or cash strapped, and this is why you're trying to get credit. And they may put a flag and they may deny you for getting new credit. Now, one of the main things that I ask you is like, look, man, in reality, inquiries stay in your credit report for 24 months. So they automatically drop off from your credit report on the 25th month. Now, in reality, they stay in your credit report for 24 months, but they only really affect you for 12 months. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. So I will advise you to try to keep your inquiries down between 1 to 2 inquiries every 6 months. I'm sorry. So 1 to 2 inquiries every 6 months, if you must, just 1, and 2 every year. Now, there is a trick that we teach, and we show you how to get rid of your inquiries in less than 72 hours. Now, in less than 72 hours, you are able to get rid of these inquiries, but that's the trick that we show in our course. So, hey, like I said, you can do this the long way, which is free. And yes, you can do the all day, but there's certain skills, hacks that we teach as a credit sniper, as a credit assassin. This is what we call it, because we have been able to find out the hacks in order to go around and be able to definitely find. I mean, think about this. How about if you take the time? In this case, this is what I was telling you. What's more important, your time or your money? Time for me. Why? Because if I'm able to get an inquiry that I can wait 2 years for being removed from my credit report instead of less than 3 days, 72 hours, I take the 72 hours. And that is me. Your situation may be completely different, but I just want to let you know that that's the option. Now, one thing you got to keep in mind, let's just say you apply for credit and anything, car loan, home loan, credit cards, you get denied. For the most part, that is going to cost you between 3 to 5 points per inquiry. And you get approved. You also get hit, but it's only going to cost you between 1 to 2 points. So let's think about this. Let me give you an example. And this is something that I'm not too fond of it, but a lot of people, when they go buy a vehicle, they go to the dealership. And yeah, that's where you need to buy most of the vehicles. But you go to see the dealership, sales department, and what they do, they take your credit and shop it around. They don't care who's going to give you credit. Somebody will give you credit. Sometimes maybe the first or the second. Sometimes if your credit's not that good, it's going to take you between 10 to 12 to 13 creditors until one says yes and gives you a crazy high APR interest rate that is going to cost you an eye and a leg. But now think about this. Let's just say for conversation's sake, they went through 10. And I told you that it's between 3 to 5 points every time that you get disqualified, right? On the 10th, you got qualified, but 9 of those didn't. Multiply 9 times 5, that's 45. And on the last one, you got approved. That's 2 points. So 47 points off the get-go that your credit gets hit. So guys, see what I mean here? You see how much, yeah, you got that vehicle right there. But if you're gonna go get a car or a home loan or credit card in the next 2 months, you see how affected you are? Guys, you know what? This is something that I wanna help you, but yes, be responsible, pay on time, make sure that you have a greater utilization, a good credit mix, make your payments on time, place all of your payments or your credit or your credit cards and bills on auto pay, and you could do that over time. It could take you between 1 to 3 years, and yes, it's possible. You can do this for free. Or I'll give you the next option, which is the Best Credit Blueprint. The Best Credit Blueprint is going to give you all of this in record time. We show you from letters to proprietary letters to hacks. We're talking about like the 72-hour deletion, the 72-hour inquiry deletion. We also have the digital deletion of accounts, negative accounts, bankruptcies, repossessions, guys, you name it. We show you everything from A to Z. It is a blueprint that will be tailored to you. Guys, we just want to help you, want to bring something to you that makes sense, but I hope that the other and the free version can also help you, and you could take some of the nuggets from there, use it for your credit, pass it around. Guys, I appreciate that you guys were here today. My name is Carlos Estrada Vega. I am the Credit Assassin, guys. I hope that you guys love this content, and if please comment, please let us know how we did, how we can do better, and if you have any other ways that we can help you, let us know. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you click on the bell icon and give me the thumbs up. But you know what? I got something else for you. Before I go, I'm gonna give you a little bonus. It's called AU. AU means for authorized user. The authorized user is like a Tradeline, meaning that as a Tradeline, you can add to your credit report or to your credit. You could ask your mom, brother, sister, somebody has great credit. Hey, can you place me on your account? And this, you could piggyback off their age. Remember when I said when you get too many credit cards, your age diminishes? So by adding somebody else without you applying to it, you're piggybacking from their age and their credit. And it helps you on the long run. Now check one of my other videos. I go more in details on what's called the Tradelines and AU authorized user. Guys, thank you for being here today. Once again, I am Carlos Estrada Vega, the Credit Assassin, and I'll see you in the next video.
I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big boss, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think